Are there any other solutions that you guys have seen where you're like, oh, I'm really glad to see this in Detroit. I'm glad that this is happening. And if not, what are some solutions that you want to see?
A lot of solutions like now, I usually used to see like a lot of abandoned buildings. Like it will be something, but it's not there no more. I see like they're tearing them down, rebuilding something next new, so we can have like a lot more places to go. Instead, like if you're from Detroit, you just know a lot of common places like downtown, like everybody that a lot of people go to. Now we get new places that like they shut down. We get new places to have more. We can explore more instead of just knowing what's already been there for years and years and years.
They need to fill these potholes correctly because they put in that stuff in the potholes and it's not making nothing no better. And the roads just, they also need to be torn up and placed back down because them potholes, that's a serious matter because when people be driving and they just go down in a pothole, they could pop a tire or something can break under the car, and that's just a serious matter. They need to fix the potholes.
So I've realized over like the past year since the pandemic, since even before that, a lot of white people are coming in and buying these houses, these $1,000 houses, and fixing them up and living and moving in and renting them out. And I just wish black people would hop on that. I want to keep Detroit black. It's a lot of white people coming in, buying land, buying houses, building, moving in, and I want to keep Detroit black. Detroit is a black city. It should stay a black city, mostly black people. And yeah, like I wish they would hop on to buying the houses and renovating them and stuff.
Do you think that the black residents of Detroit have the same opportunity to?
Absolutely not.
No?
Absolutely not.
Why not? Like, what do you think are the reasons for that?
Poor financial decisions, lack of credit knowledge about credit, a lot of things that just play into being able to buy a house, or yeah, or people. My mama been renting her house her whole life since I was a kid, so my only option is to rent. I don't know that I could buy this house. That mentality, stuck in the same mentality for years and years, like a generational curse, if you will.
Okay, but if you could, you would buy your own home in Detroit and live in Detroit
I
from.
would do just what my mama did. My mama bought her house when she was 23. She lived in it for a year and she bought it. And if I had that same opportunity, I would do it. Cause anybody finna snatch my house from up under me. No.
Okay, I feel like alcohol should not be sold in stores. I say that because it's a lot of people that get drunk and do crazy things. My mom was recently in a car accident because of a drunk driver was speeding and ran into the car doing 120. And as we was all in a hospital, he was still so drunk that he didn't even understand what he did. He killed the man and almost killed my mom and cousin. And I just feel like they shouldn't sell alcohol because kids are getting alcohol and it's just a lot of stuff that comes with that, and then they wonder why everybody walk around and there's so many crimes and stuff that's happening because they're not being like responsible enough to know not to sell it in a store because maybe grown people is buying it, but they are passing it to children. So I feel like that shouldn't be sold in a store. And I feel like they should help homeless because nobody want to keep seeing homeless on the street. So I feel like at least get them a place to be safe, at least when it's like raining or something. Just help them out.
Like Kim was just saying about the homeless, I feel like I know there's opportunities out there for the homeless. It's just up to them to take the opportunities. But if you see, I just feel like if you see somebody homeless on the street, at least off. I know it'd be people out here that does that, like offer home care, like a shelter or something, so at least they don't have to just sit outside and be suffering the cold. And of course, ain't no telling what they've been through to get there. It's either they did it on themselves or it's what they've been through in life, which is understandable. But at some of the time, don't nobody want to walk around their city and see just homeless all over the place. Don't nobody want to see that. Cause then that's like just other people from other state coming down here. They just look like, dang, they don't care about the people from their city. And another thing, these freeways, it's been major floods. I just feel like if we know it's gonna be a lot of floods, we need to at least have something, because the most thing that get flooded is the freeway, and that's where a lot of people have to drive. A lot of people don't take the streets. A lot of places you can't take the streets. But if we know that we get a lot of floods, they need to make a solution to the problem. Okay, it's gonna be a flood coming this time, so we're gonna open something so the water can at least go out, so the freeways won't be flooded.
Okay, so I want to go back to what Victoria said about the shelters. So even though there are shelters out, it's a lot of homeless people, so room is being took up. So I feel like they should create more shelter buildings for everyone can have a place to stay instead of you have to wait this amount of time, because what if they don't have that amount of time? There is people starving, there's people that just out here with no clothes, like just riding down the street. You see someone begging for $1 and just socks and t-shirts and no pants. Like, you just don't want to see that. So I feel like they should build a better space for them, a bigger place for them. There's plenty of empty big buildings out here that they can use to make it like work for them.
To piggyback off the alcohol situation,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like 21, people are still immature. Like,
Okay.
very immature. I feel like they should raise the legal drinking age to like 26, 27. Because you're 21, you 2 years out of high school, 3 years out of high school, maybe in college. You still immature. You still have the mindset of a teenager. You haven't matured yet. You haven't been through enough to mature you yet. Probably don't even got your own house yet. Who knows? But like, I know 21-year-olds that act younger than me, and I'm immature myself. So I just know, like, it's no way. Like, the legal drinking age is absurd.